Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share something with you that happened to me, an experience that I had about 2 years ago, actually over 2 years ago. I was spending some time with my ex-girlfriend, good friends now, she's a wonderful person. Um, I was at her apartment and we were going on a walk around her apartment complex, actually in the neighborhood, um, just doing a couple of exercises. And so we went down the street in her neighborhood, beautiful houses there. Um, it was around sevenish. It was just before dusk, like um, the sun had just set it, and still a little light here. I mean, it was dark, but it was still a little light. Okay, if you can imagine that. So as we're walking, we're talking, catching up, or just talking about things that happened in the day. Really don't remember all of that. We remember us walking, and we got to a place where there was a really beautiful. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about the that here, the cleaning house. So anyway, I'll wait until this passes. Okay. Is it going? Okay. So we're walking, and we get to this place, and it's like a place where there's not a lot of houses. It's more nature. There's sidewalks, a place where people can walk their dogs, do that kind of thing. Um, and there's a lot of trees. That's what I remember. A lot of trees. So we're there. We're talking. Um, we we um, we go down an area, and then we start to head back. We're like, okay, it's getting pretty dark. Let's go ahead and just head back. And as we're walking back to the street that goes back to where her apartment is, I I noticed something. I think it was me first. I don't know if it was her or me, but I know we both saw it. That's the most important thing. There was something that was hovering over a tree. It was a bit far away, but it was close enough for us to see. I mean, it wasn't far away, but it wasn't like directly above us. It was like, you know, how can I describe this? I would say about maybe 80 meters away. Okay, yeah, 80 meters away, or 80 yards, okay, whatever. And so looking up, we're like, what is that? And it was almost like we both were like trying to figure it out in our minds. I know for me, in my mind, I'm thinking it's not a bird because it's too large to be a bird, but it's not a UFO because it looks too much like a living organism. It has too much of a natural flow, and it was like hovering over this tree. And the best way I can describe it is it had these wings, but it wasn't like hmm. It, the wings were more like they were more rounded around the body of this organism. I know we both knew it was an organism. Um, it was too dark to um, to see any colors um, to this organism, but it was huge. It was huge. The shape, it didn't look like a bird. Okay, it wasn't shaped like big hawk or eagle. It was more of a rounded shape. It was more of a rounded shape, but it was flapping, like it was like hovering over the trees. We're like, what is that? And again, it was huge. It was like the circumference of it was big. And as soon this is the weirdest thing because now I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's like maybe a hawk or a bird, but again, it was just it was too big. Um, as soon as it noticed us looking at it, it dove headfirst into the trees. It dove. That was strange. And so we both look at each other, and it was like we read our minds, and we took off. And we started walking as fast as we could, lightly jogging back to the place. It freaked us out. And so I don't know if anyone has seen anything like that, but that was strange, very very strange. Um, but the weirdest thing is I tried to mention this to my ex-girlfriend. This was about a month ago. I just had this. I've been back on the road to the narrow road that leads to salvation. The Lord brought that back to my remembrance, and I remember mentioning that to her, and it was so strange because her response was, she said, "I don't remember that." I'm like, how can you not remember that? How can you forget something like that? To me, it just reminds me of the movie Forgotten, and I just don't see how anyone could forget anything like that. I just don't. It makes me concerned. I don't know. I really. Hmm. So anyway, wanted to share that with you. There's nothing made up about it. It was something that actually happened, something that we both actually saw, and I know that she saw it because she was with me, and we both reacted the same way. So, hmm. Anyway, that's it.